Hello, comrades! Welcome back to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. My name, of course, is Zobita Potato. You join us as we cast our eyes over at the brand new slaughterhouse, which we constructed at the end of the last episode. Now, as expected, with everything that I design and also with this game, there's been a couple of teething problems. Mostly this area, and it's just not wanting to work at the moment. So whilst we've got either a livestock train or indeed this meat transportation train, it's just not working for whatever reason. The junction is too close, I think, to the area where the trains are, and I think these crossroads are automatically triggered if a train is in close proximity. So what we're going to have to try and do is we're going to have to try and move the junction down this way. However, the issue is that this is actually quite a steep area. Yeah, so it's not exactly ideal. It's not great to work with. The train track runs quite close to the road, so we're gonna have to think of an alternative. I think, honestly, bridging this gap might be the best bet that we have. So let's just do that right now before we start discussing what we want to accomplish in this episode, because that is going to be very, very fun indeed. I'm not going to build with Russian rubles. Well, I am going to build with Russian rubles, but I'm not gonna worry about that too much at the moment. Right. Worry about the finances later. Get the design sorted first. Beautiful. Once again, forcing the game to work in a way which works for me. Come on. You want to... Right there. Perfect. And then up here, take this back a little bit and link that up like so. We'll do the same over here. Oh, you silly sausage. I know you literally... Okay. I have not got the faintest idea why this is proving to be such a challenging objective to fix. Okay, put that in there. Great. And now get that all built. That's going to cost 18,000 rubles. That's okay. I've let the game run for a little while. Anyway, so yes, teething problems should be resolved there. And then what I want to do is try and delete this bit of road in the middle. It says that it can't be done, but I disagree. Okay, go there. And then go there. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so yes, in this episode, what I want to do is start actually making money. Now, I've talked about my desire to make money before by, you know, creating all of these brand new harebrained schemes and trying to make them work, like selling cars, of course, which will work eventually once we get it up to sort of production ready levels. Okay, let's just concentrate on this for just 2 seconds. Let's get this done. And let's remove all of this unnecessary road right over there. Perfect. Okay, so there is now only one way to cross, and that is a crossing right over here. Perfect. Very, very happy with that. Anyway, I was talking about making money. Now, I did mention it briefly. I think it was a couple of episodes ago. But I've got this whole oil industry over here, and pretty much not using any of the oil that I should be using. I mean, I am transporting most of the refined oil to the border, but I think that we can probably do better than that. So I want to set up a transport area literally right over here. I'm going to start planning it out right now. In fact, I want to try and make it as close to the border as possible. Yeah, literally right here. Because I want to set up an oil pumping station. I literally want to pipe the oil right over here, and then I want to get a train to fill up the oil, take it to the border, and sell it. It's gonna be very cheap. It's gonna be very cheerful, but it's gonna work completely flawlessly. Mark my words. And we're gonna make a ridiculous amount of money from it. That's the plan anyway. I don't know if this is technically like border fraud, but I mean, it feels pretty darn close to it. I tell you what, I've got an even better idea. I've got an even better idea. Right, demolish that building there. What I want to do is I want to set up, right, I want to set up a sneaky little line here. There we go. Now we're talking. And it's literally just going to be oil pumped onto the train here, turn around, go to the border. Let's see if that actually works. We'll give it a shot, shall we? Okay, we'll probably have like two oil tanks or something just around here, just to look good, I guess. Maybe even just one tank. Yeah, stick it in there. And then let's get the pipeline right the way across the map. Now, yes, we still do have another couple of bits and bobs to do, but I wanted to try and at least get this sorted, as I thought, you know what, this might end up being quite expensive. So, of course, in true orbital potato fashion, I've learned from my mistakes. And now, we want to try and make sure that we're, I need to use this one. I want to try and make sure that we are, first of all, maximizing the length of our pipelines so that we can keep costs to an absolute minimum. But more than that, I want to make sure that all of the pipelines that are being built are all as large as they possibly can be, and also as high up as they can possibly be. Okay. Ground's built on the water. What? Really? Alright. Well, that can be fixed. Can be fixed right now. There we go. Oh, that's the pipeline removal tool. Not a good thing to do. Okay, right over there. Great. Okay, so we basically just want to try and get this set up so that it works flawlessly. This is I feel like a real scammer right now. This is gonna be great. It's gonna work. It's gonna work great. It does, of course, mean that we have... Okay, maybe I just keep it... Oh my goodness, it's a long way to go. Maybe I just try and keep it down to the ground level here. I know that that's really stupid. I should really build it as high up as I possibly can. Maybe I can alternate. You know, give some nice creative variety to the pipeline. There we go. And this is going to cost me a absolute bucket load. Wowzers. I mean, you can now see why I didn't try and do this before, because getting the pipeline to look like this. Okay, can I show the wireframe? Can we... I mean, if I click that, then it's going to immediately start me down a course of automatically building all of this pipeline, so I don't really want to do that. What I'll do, if that's the case, let me start at the other end and work backwards. That sort of shows the extent that we need to lay this pipeline. Okay. Over here. Yep. And that goes there. Perfect. Yep, and so we just want to go from flat ground to flat ground. If that's indeed possible. Okay. Great. Keep on moving. Can we get over to here? Barely. Let's give this a shot. There we go. Nice. And then we just need to connect that distance. I mean, this distance is going to be the most challenging to connect because there is so little flat ground over here. And also, we don't have access to terrain sculpting tools, I don't believe. Yeah, we're too far away. Too far away from anything meaningful. Right, you know, in hindsight, I probably should have considered the need to get a bit more infrastructure, a bit more capital, maybe, before starting this project. But that's all right. You live and you learn, eh? Okay, can we get up to here next? Hill causing obstruction. That is pretty irritating. But we shall overcome. Okay. And down there. And now we just need to get over what could be the most mountainous region in the entire video game. I don't know if it's perhaps worth going up this way. Yeah, let's try this up here. Any luck? No. I mean, we could always buy a construction office. We could always do that. However, I don't really want to do that. Is there any other sort of direct route? We can't make pipelines underneath the ground, that's for sure. Okay. Let's do that. Start construction of the planned pipelines. Turn on auto build from rubles. Yep. And then just flatten that ground out and then resume the building. Turn off the auto build. Okay, up as high as we can possibly go. And then we need to get it right over there. So quite a substantial distance. Okay, good. And now the only real obstacle to making this massively complex project work is money, which is good. I like it when money is the only object. No, that's not what I meant to say. When money is the only objective. Because that makes it a heck of a lot easier to solve the problem. Right. Plug that in. Great. And then that plugs in there like that. Okay. Okay, that's that. So, let's assign that to start construction. It'll build a tiny little bit of pipeline. It should build probably a couple of pumping stations. That's okay. So it's going to cost us about $1 million bucks to make that whole area work. Not to forget the rails that we need to build. And also that. That's good. You're still unloading. That's perfect. The more money that I can make, the merrier. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to create an entirely separate track over here. In fact, you know what? Let's not even do that. Let's build a train depot. This is gonna be like on another level. A project on another level. I'm telling you, it's gonna be great. Okay, it's just gonna be one track for now. But it will be changed. It will be changed. Also, what I want to do is I want to electrify this entire bit of track. Yeah, so electrify all of that. Auto build from rubles. Why did this not work? Okay. So we've electrified all of this. This is going to be our first properly electric bit of railway here. There we go. Nice. I don't even know how much it costs to build this stuff, but at least we've got it electrified. That's something at least, right? And then what we're going to do is we're literally just going to buy a train here. I'm not going to buy it right now because that would be a little bit counterproductive. And it's literally just going to zip into here, out to there, turn around, back around, back around, back around, back around. We might need to disconnect the track from this area, but we might need to sort of get rid of this bit of rail. But that doesn't matter. That's fine. We need to set up all of the infrastructure as well. There is also a couple of other things that I wish to accomplish in this episode. First of all, to make sure that this entire area is operating completely as planned. Unlike this, it's not working as planned. Why are you not going where I want you to go? Okay, go to Mitsuki cargo station. You know what? Ditch that. Just, yeah, okay, fine, whatever. And head up there. Not entirely sure why you're not working. This area does seem to be working pretty well, except there is not enough export space to store the meat. I don't know where all of the... I don't know where the meat train has disappeared to. Oh, yes, I do. I know exactly where the meat train disappeared to. The meat train did a really embarrassing thing where it ran out of fuel, and so I had to send it back to the depot, because, of course, the depot is the only place that you can send it once it's run out of fuel. So I had to reset that. How are we doing power-wise? Operating without issues. We're doing fine for power. Yeah, ever since I sort of removed all of the working areas for the people of Sudi Tudi Town, production in the coal mine, understandably, has decreased dramatically. Because, of course, if you have the opportunity to work literally anywhere other than a coal mine, you're probably going to take that, to be honest. You're probably going to take that. 10 citizens don't have the opportunity to participate in sport. I find that, frankly, unbelievable. What a wonderful pub. I don't know why people aren't liking this area. I'll tell you what I would like to do. I would like to get some of this stuff upgraded to gravel roads. Because when it's gravel roads, people walk so much faster. And if they're walking faster, then that means that they're not mucking around town. They're instead doing productive stuff. It means that they can get to the pub quicker. Which is, of course, a very, very, very good objective. There we go. Okay, get that stuff upgraded. Maybe even stick in a few sort of dedicated footpaths. Here we go. Okay. See if that makes a difference. I don't know if it will. Yeah, I'm just trying to speed this up. Yeah. Grocery store number 2. Kindergarten. Pub. I mean, everyone seems reasonably chill about the whole thing. It's just that we're not getting that much coal. And when we don't get coal, our economy doesn't really run as nicely as it should be running. For example, the steel mill's not producing enough steel. But that's okay. So you've run out of fuel already, and now you're going to refill up with fuel. I do want to start rolling out electrification to a whole bunch of areas of the track, but we're probably not going to be able to do that. Okay, where is... Have the cars been picked up from over here? Finished vehicles 0. Okay, that to me suggests that the cars have literally just been picked right up. Ooh, how many have we got on here? Wowzers, loads. But it's literally only worth 10 grand. Okay. I mean, I'd love to buy another blueprint. Is there... I mean... $800,000? I cannot afford that. I cannot afford that. 13 tons of steel to manufacture one of those things. The amount of money that you need in order to purchase a blueprint, an American blueprint, is obscene. Which is why we're building the F-126 forever, actually. I don't even think it's worth selling the F-126. It's such a pathetic vehicle that we should probably just give it away for free. Why is that one blue? No, you can have it in any color as long as it's yellow. Anyway, so that's going quite nicely. I mean, obviously we have not really hit our stride with vehicle manufacturing yet. We're sort of just waiting until we get a few more resources. When we get a few more resources, it'll be quite good actually, because we can focus on providing more workers for this area. I'm thinking that even though we've got this town where we, you know, take a whole bunch of the workers from, what we could probably do is just straight up build a town around this vehicle factory here. Again, that's not really something that I aim to do in this episode. What I want to do in this episode is sort out the oil situation and therefore make some money. Steel mechanical components. Is it possible for us to make this stuff by ourselves? I mean, we could maybe. Buildings without the power supply. Let me see if we can actually make the pipelines by ourselves. What is it that we need? It's literally just steel and mechanical components, both of which we actually have. Yeah. Okay. Let me give this a shot. Okay. Okay, 3,000 meters. Okay, great. Assigned construction. Fantastic. Steel mechanical components. Construction is not assigned to a construction office. I mean, road connection doesn't exist. Do I need to get a road connection to the to this thing? The pumping station? If I link that up, will it work? Even just with a basic road. Hey, that looks good. Okay, the source for mechanical components is not assigned. The source for steel is not assigned. The source for gravel is not assigned. The asphalt plant is not assigned as a source. The concrete plant is not assigned as a source. I mean, we can just build these manually, right? But we just need to build the pipelines. We need to build the pipelines by hand. If we can do that, then that'd be great. Okay, so it's literally just mechanical components that we need to sort. So, mechanical components we can get from... Oh, boy. Mechanical components we can get from... here. Road connection doesn't exist. Alright. I mean, that presents somewhat of an issue. I think that maybe this is what we do, though. If we're in it for the long game, then I think this is what we're after, right? We need to get a road connection set up. Unless we were to bring the resources into Potatograd and store them at this area. Ooh, that's actually a really good idea. I actually like this idea a lot. Because we've got this road cargo station set up basically to... Okay, you know what? Let's work through this. Yeah, okay. Get both of those bits built. Again, this is giving us a really good opportunity to explore our infrastructure network. Okay. I think you'll unload mechanical components at that warehouse there. That's warehouse number 1. It's warehouse number 2. Warehouse number 3 is over here. So let's lower that. Yeah, lower it to 39%. So unload 39% there, unload 39% there. And then go to here and unload 100% of anything. Yeah. Now, this presents sort of a dual problem. The first problem is that it's going to take ages and ages and ages for that train to actually arrive at where it needs to arrive. The second thing is that really exposes a great weakness that we have in this town. We've not really done anything with it. And as such, everyone is completely uneducated and no one is fit to work. Yeah, and the sheer number of people that are just like moving out of town is just ridiculous. Is there any way that we can fix that? I don't actually know. Okay, let me show the wireframe for just a second. Let me try and get everything level over here. I've got a pretty audacious idea that maybe we just sort of move the village. Maybe we just try and move the village around a bit. You know, what's stopping us from building some brand new facilities up here? Nothing, actually. We've got the money to do that. Again, this whole process is in order to get oil connected directly to the border. Okay, so let's work through this. So we'll get a big old prefab flat. I'm not going to get any citizens though. Now, of course, I want that to be right there. Perfect. And then we're going to want to get a road connection right down the middle here. And right down the middle, we will get equipment for citizens. We'll get a small store. We'll get a grocery store. We don't need a shopping center. We don't need that. We'll get a cinema. If we can fit one on here. Doesn't look like we can. We'll get a pub right there. And then we'll get a bit of road to connect over there like so. That's great. And so this should just allow us to feed everyone into this flat. So we're going to just take the entirety of this population here, move it over to this flat right here, and then it'll allow everyone to work over there. That's the plan anyway. I need to unlock cheat mode, as I need to do that every single time. And then let's stick down a church. Okay, just like so. Fantastic. And auto build from rubles. Yep. And then let's get some education stuff. Kindergarten. Any joy? Any joy with this? That's okay. We'll just take that back a little bit. Build a kindergarten as far along as we... Well, I say as far as long as we can. Probably not as far along as we can. Decently far along. And the school... Alright, that's not too bad. Any chance that we can connect up a road network to this area? Looks unlikely. However... Aha! Fantastic. Okay, so let's build all that stuff. Hopefully we'll have more than enough money to do it. Maybe we won't. Right, I don't want to move out here until we've got absolutely everything that we possibly need. So I also don't want to run out of money, because if we run out of money, then we're scuppered. Defeats the whole point, doesn't it? So I'll just build it all manually. There we go. Alright, this is going to work. This is going to work. And this is the first sort of like rung on the ladder. Again, it's all with that goal of transporting oil to the border. Okay, great. So that leaves me with a good amount of money, 27 grand. Let's get that built. And then let's just move anyone who is anyone to town. Or to the new town, should I say. Not the old town. Okay. In fact, we might even be able to get away with squeezing in a brand new house over here. Okay. I want to not get people who don't have enough education to work. I want to get people who are sort of the best people for the job. But I somehow suspect that there is not going to be enough people to go around. Okay, so great. 21 workers without a job. I'm just going to let citizens go where they think is best for now. I was kind of hoping that we'd be able to move slightly more people into this area. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to try and find the space to build a brand new house. 20 workers without a job. I mean, that's within walking range of the flat, within the flats. Some people have no education, but that's fine. I think it's just going to take a little while for people to move across. Yeah. Is there even a hospital down here? There's no hospital down here. Yeah. Also, sport participation, pretty bad. Culture participation, pretty bad. We've got a bus stop over here. But we don't particularly need this road that curves around, other than for access to put out the fire. So is there any chance that I can ditch this road and perhaps get another flat in here? I think that's maybe what we're after. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Get this all leveled. Gonna need to ditch these wires just temporarily. Okay, that looks pretty darn good. Don't unpause quite yet. We've only got 19 grand. Don't auto build from rubles. Build a brand new prefab. Right in there. That's actually perfect. Yeah. Great. And then what I would like to do is find a way to connect this road back up and also the power cables, which we just severed. There we go. Okay, that actually works out quite well. Happy with that. Just the power cables now. And we will need to make sure that we save a little bit of cash in order to make that happen. Building is in the way. There we go. Easy peasy. Okay, we've not got very much money left in the tank, but I'm hoping beyond hope that we will not drop below 1 ruble. Okay. Already that has drastically increased the amount of workers that we have working in the mechanical components factory. Doesn't actually look like it, but most of the time we only had 3 or 4. Look, this bus service is transporting 1 worker. The problem is that they're all workers that are too low levels of education, which is just a big old problem. Now, there's a couple of people that don't have the right level of education there, but that's not the end of the world. We do need to get a hospital up and running over here. That's for sure. But we'll deal with that in a bit. Right, 7 grand. 7 grand in the tank. Do we have a train arriving at the border sometime soon? No. Yes. Yes. Perfect. So this is 54,000. 54,000 rubles of meat. The first time that we've actually transported meat. Now, I did want to get a meat transport route set up so that it would deliver to this station over here. But if you'll recall, at the end of the last episode, I suddenly realized that we're going to need to set up a brand new factory connection in order to make this area work, because we're going to need to get a cold meat storage, and then linking onto that, we're going to need to get a road transport network. So I'm not going to muck around with that right now. I'd much rather remain focused on the task at hand, which is trying to get the pipeline sorted. And if we can get the pipeline sorted, then that's going to be great. So what we want to basically do is ensure that the mechanical components factory works better than it currently is working at the moment. If we can do that, then that would be great. Low education level for working. That's just not ideal, really. We want a higher... The higher our education level, the better, really. Let's get that built. Yeah. Okay, no one lives here? Fine. I don't understand why almost no one is able to work now. Presumably because all of the intelligent people have, like, disappeared overseas or something. Oh, that is the flat that I'm trying to do. Whatever. Okay. Great. There we go. I want more people than this. I really do want as many people as I can possibly get in this area. Right. Can you walk to the... Hold up. Can you not walk to the mechanical components factory? It's pretty disappointing. Let me see if I can fix that. There we go. Get that built. And can we just get like a walk route across here? There we go. Will that make it any better? Hey, great. 260 meters to the mechanical components factory. That's fantastic. And that's pretty much, once again, doubled the amount of workers that we have working here. We've got loads and loads of steel to go through, so it's not a case of running out of steel. It's just a case of trying to optimize the amount of workers that we have over here. That church needs to be connected up. Great. Should allow some visitors to go to the church. That's perfect. Kindergarten is immensely busy. Honestly, that's completely fine. Does anyone have... Is there a lack of education? No, it's just mostly a lack of kindergarten. Well, I would dearly love to upgrade the kindergarten places, but unfortunately I can't actually do that. Can't work because there are no kindergarten places available. Do I have to get a brand new kindergarten up and running? Is that what's going to happen? The worry, of course, is that I actually end up spending more on sort of like this, like, side project, rather than actually doing what should be my main project, which is trying to get oil to the border. Okay. Okay, get that built in there. And then let's see if we can make this work. I think this is going to be a complete... Oh, I was away to say a complete pain to make work, but apparently not. Apparently it's going to work absolutely flawlessly. Great. Okay, let's get another kindergarten up and running over here. No staff, workers with basic education. That's fine. Okay, and that should enable a whole bunch more workers to start working at the factory, so we should get rid of that sort of backlog there. Unable to visit a church, participate in sport. Yeah, sport is a bit of an issue. We don't have any sports facilities over here. So let's see if we can try and rectify that. Yeah. Anything? Nope. Nothing. No space. No space for the sports facilities, unfortunately. Oh, it's moving close, though. Oh, man. It is close. Oh, very, very close. Oh. I tell you what. It would actually work in there. Okay. Let's get it built. Still not sure if the path is going to reach around. I mean, it doesn't. It just needs to connect in there, right? Okay, let's take that back and just connect that up there. Sure. Okay, so visitors, staff, that's great. 130 citizens are unable to access sport. Hopefully that should increase the sports value. Quality of flats is 91%. Ah, you know what? This is actually fine. This is fine. Sickness is still a problem. Culture is also a problem. But that's okay. That's okay. For now, everything seems mostly fine. Mostly fine. In fact, we could even organize like a little bus route if we can find the space to put a bus stop. If I could move that church, perhaps we could put a bus platform, a small bus platform in. Would that even work? I don't really know if that would work. If we could find a bus stop. Oh, that's exactly what we need. Okay, this church is going to get ditched. Let's ditch that church. And then let's get rid of this footpath as well. And then let's plop in a bus stop right here. Oh boy, I cannot believe that that actually works. Okay, this is going to go great. And then we're going to get passengers. First of all, I'm going to get a church, actually. I'm on a roll. I can feel it. It's real good. Right, get me a church. Just a small church, I think, actually, will probably be fine. I must have the space for it somewhere. Nope, nothing. Can I get that to link up to there? There we go. Great, get that built. Sure, build that, and you know what? We'll even get another small church at the other side, since it literally costs nothing. Auto build from rubles. There we go. I mean, how much does that cost? 500 and something rubles. It's fine. Okay, so loads and loads of passengers waiting at this bus stop. Some of them want to pray, others want to visit the doctor. You know what? That's not a problem for me. However, this is a bit of a problem here. the gates crossing over there. That's a bit of an issue. Right. You take people from the mechanical component factory. Not anymore. You're going to take people from here into town to, like, here, I guess. Ditch that. Ditch that. And you're just going to take everyone. Right. Yeah, this area really is a bit of an issue, though, because sickness, or doctors, and, well, everyone, really, is going to be unable to access this area whilst there is a train. Whilst there is a train currently docked, for want of a better phrase. People can still cross, but that's just about the only people who can. Is there any chance that we can perhaps make a crossing further down the road? Too much hill there, unfortunately. Well, I've tried mucking around with signals before, but I don't believe it matters if you have signals sort of anywhere along this route. It literally is entirely dependent on the proximity of the train to the issue. So what I want to do is I'll send you off, and I'll actually send you to, I'll send you back to the warehouse here, so that we can let that cross. And then I think what we want to do is maybe just stick in a bridge. It's going to be a bit of a pain to get sorted, but I mean, I can use my old tricks, to make this bridge work. Right. And of course, by my old tricks, I of course mean my old way of definitely playing by the rules. Okay. Okay. Bring it out just a bit more. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna need to get rid of that bit of road. Oh, even better. Okay, I mean, look. I just feel like it's mostly okay to do stuff like this. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Okay, so now trucks should be able to get here pretty darned easily, actually. And they're just going to take a bunch of passengers and workers. And there's just going to be a nice, regular sort of bus stop situation. What are these people waiting for? They're waiting for culture. Or to visit a doctor. Well, I tell you what I should probably do, if we're just delivering people over here, we should probably set this area up to have, well, both doctors and culture. Okay, get that built. Great. Let's get a cinema. My oh my, this is such a big beefy building. Great. And a hospital as well. Wow, that's a big old television station that I accidentally clicked on there. Okay, might have to buy in some doctors for this, but I mean that's not a problem. Okay, there we go. Great. Okay, let's get that all built. Happy, happy days. This is great. This is fantastic. Okay, don't know if anyone's going to work over here. Hopefully they will. Might not happen. Honestly, though. One member of staff. Fine. Can we make a walk route across here? That might allow some more people to start walking to the cinema. Basically, my thought process is that I can have some doctors over here. What I'll do is I'll buy an old house, a old little house. Village house, that's exactly what I'm after. Ah, look at that. And we have people that come in here and get their fill of culture, and then they head back off home. Right. Invite some expert immigrants and just send them to work at the hospital. Buy an ambulance or 6. And now we got a couple of doctors. People can come see their doctors. That's great. That means that everyone should be able to... Well, hopefully. Everyone should hopefully be able to get something done. Also, unable to participate in sport. We should probably fix that. We still have 24 people. I want to try and get 40 working people. 40 people working in that building would be pretty darned ideal, to be honest. Yeah, football playground right there. Grand. Just found a place. Cool. Get that in there too. Let's get it appropriately linked up with footpaths. So this is kind of like the extra area, extra facilities. There we go. 3 workers can't work because there's no kindergarten. Ah, boy. Am I just going to end up building sort of like a city away from cities over here? No doctors with higher education. I mean, I feel like I probably am. But if it ends up working, then that's great, you know? That's great. Everyone is so low on education that it's not even possible for things to work. Yeah. Okay, culture and sport. Big old problem. Well, you know what? Everything seems to be working pretty well, actually. Pretty well. We got a couple of ambulances that are coming out and about, so I think we're just about managing to keep the sick citizens at bay. 4 citizens are unable to visit a pub/tavern. We have had a couple of people sort of wither away from this area, which is super not ideal. Right, just going to demolish the houses that we don't actually need anymore. There's no real reason to keep them. Right, top up these houses. No school places available. 130 citizens unable to enjoy culture. Just get on the bus. I promise you, just get on the bus. Get on the bus and just get out of here. Maybe we make these people car owners. That would be kind of cool. I tell you what, we can make these people car owners. How about that? Let's do that. Let's buy a parking lot and see if we can actually make this work. A car parking lot small. Okay. In fact, let's ditch this. I know I just literally built it. However, I want to make it slightly larger to accommodate the fact that there are more doctors in this building. Okay. If we need to stick it down here, that's not the end of the world. And let's just buy the cheapest of cheap car. The F126. There we go. And then let's let all of the owners be assigned, and that's great. Okay, what's going on? Oh, you're kidding me. It's... You're actually kidding me. I mean, there is a fire station all the way over here, but it's not connected via the road network. I mean, I could maybe... connect it up to the road network? Oh, goodness gracious me. I have a funny feeling that this is a distinct waste of time, effort, energy, and, most importantly, money. You know what? I'm gonna... I don't want to waste... That train's about to get into dock, so we'll wait. Sure, we'll invite 20 people. I wouldn't have done that if the locomotive hadn't been about to arrive there, so that's kind of nice. Right, you're going to be dispatched. I'm almost certain that it's going to be far too late for this building right over here. Especially given that I've used out-of-date, archaic roads. Sure. Yeah, upgrade to gravel. There we go. You know what? Maybe it's not going to be too late. Maybe we can still save this depot yet. At the end of the day, if we end up saving it, then we end up saving like 10 grand, which is undoubtedly a good thing. Oh, you're kidding me. Don't. Oh, come on, dude. You can just ignore the signals. You're an emergency vehicle, for goodness sake. Unbelievable. Okay, this is apparently one of those incidents where we end up speeding up the fire. So, in fact, this entire operation was for literally nothing. Okay, I bought a second vehicle, and that somehow managed to change things around. Third vehicle? Fourth vehicle? Will that make any difference? I really don't know why it does that. I think that might be a bug. Right, I'm just going to hope, beyond hope, that it all ends up working out. Alright, we're selling off meat like there's no tomorrow. That's very good to hear. Let me go back to the area that we're focusing on. Because we're still waiting on cars to be picked up and sold and whatnot, and it's not a problem. What am I doing? I'm over here. Yeah, how are we doing? 26 workers. I mean, that's not too bad, actually. Not too bad. We need to get the 272 tons of mechanical components. Only then will I be a happy chap. Okay, citizens are unable to enjoy culture. Honestly, that's just a bit of a bummer, to be honest, isn't it? There's no way for me to fit anything in. I mean, unless... Does the Red Star Monument or does the Soviet symbol, or do any of these things, do they count as culture? Because I could fit in a small little Lenin monument, presumably, here somewhere. I've literally never considered if this counts as culture before. I mean, it should count as culture, right? It might count towards whatever it's called, like the Soviet propaganda stat metric. Right. Get that built. Yeah, but no one can actually look at that. 102 citizens are unable to enjoy culture. Unable to participate in sport. That number is going down. So you know what? Maybe it does make a difference. Costs me 9 grand a pop, though. For a stupid propaganda symbol. A bit overkill, if you ask me. There we go. Build another one. Sure. Now everyone can look at it. Does that make any difference? Lots of babies. Sure, great. Car owners, no car owners. Is anyone in this house car owners? Everyone is a car owner. Fantastic. Is anyone over here a car owner? I suspect that they all own cars, apart from a couple of people. So now everyone should be able to... Okay, no one is... Apparently the 3 workers are still unable to find spaces for their kids. Alright, well, whatever the case, we've got doctors, which is fine. That's what I'm focused on. Yeah, still citizens are unable to enjoy sport. These citizens are somehow still unable to enjoy sport. Unable to get electronics. Yeah, you know what? I really have no idea how the values are calculated in this video game. But you know what? At least we are making a pretty darn good stab at the whole 40 workers. That was sort of my goal. That was my goal. My goal was 40 workers, and I think we are going to hit it, which is quite nice. Ooh, so close. Ah, there we go. We hit the 40 workers. That's quite nice. And it seems that we're doing quite well on the whole culture front. Yeah, so pretty darn happy with that, actually. And I slowly but surely just want to keep on moving people around. We need to hit that 272 goal, as I said. What I also want to do is, whilst we're here, let me just check up on the power plant situation. Power plant situation looks fine. Yeah, it's all good. City Tootie Town seems... I mean, it seems fine. It doesn't seem like a bad situation. Doesn't seem like a great situation. It just seems fine. We want to build all these pipelines, or as much as we possibly can, by hand. We need to get a road connection up to... Well, down to this area, actually. so that we can access this road cargo station. Fire extinguished. Oh my goodness, that took about 25 minutes, and we were in double time speed as well. Unbelievable. Okay, so let's see if we can pop out the wireframe and see about connecting these roads out. I mean, can we get road tunnels? We can get road tunnels. I mean, road tunnels cost a ridiculous amount of money, if I can recall. Tunnel above ground at some stage? I mean, surely... Oh my goodness. What? How? On what planet? On what planet would it actually be worth it to build a 380,000 ruble tunnel? I don't even think it is. You just terraform the ground for free. Right? I mean, that's the way to go, right? I mean, that's what I think I have to do. We're literally just going to make a mud road all the way down the mountain. Okay, build that in there. Great. There we go. Nice. Too big a descent downhill. Surely not. There we go. Okay, so that's pretty darn good. Now we just need to get past this, well, frankly, ridiculous mountain range. And the irritating thing about mountain ranges is that there is no forgiveness. I tell you what there is, though. There is the opportunity to build a wooden bridge down this mountain range. Now, if I do this, and then hill causing obstruction, how much is this going to cost me? Okay, hold on. I really should plan this out before I actually go ahead and build it. Okay, don't auto-build that. Build a wooden bridge. It's only going to be... it's going to be a slightly slower bridge, but that's okay. Okay, and then we'll face it down the mountain. We'll get the wooden bridge, which is, of course, the slowest possible type of bridge, but I think it's also the cheapest. Okay, we need to do it in bits, because otherwise the game has issues with the slope, apparently. Unless we go super far down, in which case that's fair game. Okay. Let's just try and hit the ground now if we possibly can. Because now that we're on sort of solid ground, we can maybe make things work a little bit better. Oh boy, how much is that going to cost me? 9,000 rubles. Yes, please. Don't mind if I do. And that way, I mean, it looks like total trash, but we effectively bypass the need to have a tunnel. Can you imagine being a haulage delivery driver and coming down that? No, neither can I. Sounds pretty grim. Okay, so let's assign a space where we can get steel. Specify a source for steel. Yep. Here. There is no road connection. Where is the road connection? It's out here. Actually, shouldn't be super difficult to get that set up. Some other infrastructure's in the way. Oh, I did see something there. There we go, and then we can connect that up like so. I mean, look, it's just about if I can avoid getting rid of that power cable, that power pylon. What about a road connection to this steel plant over here? Oh, come on. I was so hopeful that I would be able to get away with... Oh, yes. Get away without getting rid of that power cable. Alright. But that is actually pretty darn good. We need to... Oh. Is there any way out of here? Can I get that under there? Yep. That's cool too. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, alright. That's pretty darn good. Okay, so now we should be able to get a... Yep, that is perfect. And then what I'm going to want to do to set up the source of mechanical components, I can set it up to take from there. Perfect. The source is without steel. The source is without mechanical components. Yet both of those things are, well, somewhat of an issue. We also need to get the resources that are actually required to transport the mechanical components. This has all been a very long, convoluted way of going about getting a very expensive and important bit of infrastructure, but it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It'll work out. It'll work out in the end. Trust me. What do I need? I don't need a concrete mixer. That's absolutely not what I need. Covered hull. Mechanical components. Covered hull. That is exactly what I'm after. 6.5 tons. Anything better than 6.5 tons? I think there is something better than 6.5 tons. Yeah, no. Is 6.5 tons the best that we got? I guess so. 6 tons, 6.5 tons. Sure. 2 of those, and then what did we need to get? Steel, that's in a... Not in a dumper, it's open hull, yeah. 9 tons of steel. I think we can do 12 tons of steel with that bad boy. Sure. Okay. Well, let's see if it goes and works. I don't know if it actually will. Will it dispatch you? Buildings without power supply. The source of gravel is not defined. Oh, I tell you what we can do. We can actually get a gravel source. There we go. Sell off both of those vehicles. Let's buy ourselves some open hull. In fact, no, some dumper trucks. We'll get the T whatever it is, T148. And let's get a gravel. And we will get this assigned. This is the aggregate loading as the source of the gravel. There we go. Okay, great. So that source does actually have gravel, so it looks like we'll probably be able to dispatch our gravel trucks. Great. It's going to be a very, very long mission to go and get that done. What I should also probably do is connect up this bad boy over here. Get that all connected up. Maybe even the next one as well. There we go. And so hopefully that will just be additional construction added on. I can go a little bit further, actually. Yeah, great. Cool. Yeah. Okay. I have to make it work. And out here. And out there. Okay, so. Lots and lots of construction to be getting on with. Lots and lots of construction to be getting on with. Okay, get rid of the voltage. Get rid of that. I think it'll probably update in a bit, because I suspect that that's probably not it. Unfinished road. Where the heck is this? Sure. Build that. I can just about manage that. The pumping stations are going to cost about 14 grand a pop. But I don't really care about the pumping station. I only care about the the pipelines, getting the pipelines built. I'll tell you what might be an easier course of action. Rather than getting the steel from the open storage, get the steel from the steel mill. We're missing iron. How on earth are we missing iron? What? I thought Ironopolis was like a guaranteed source of workers. And where's my iron train? Huh. Okay, first of all, ditch that. Yeah, where's my iron train? That's a bit funky. Related vehicles. Okay, you're heading up to Ironopolis. Oh, you're not on wait until loaded. That's why. Okay, 5 workers can't work due to low education level. No teachers with higher education. Unspecified. Okay, where's the fire? Is it somewhere that can be fixed? It's quite an important building, actually, although we should be able to immediately get a fire truck out. Yep, looks like a fire truck is immediately being dispatched. And in fact, multiple fire trucks are being dispatched. Fantastic. Absolutely no prospect of that train being of that building being destroyed. Yeah, I'm just absolutely gobsmacked about why the situation in Ironopolis has gone south so quickly. I mean, I've got... It says that you're too low level to work. Okay, is it... These people don't have a lot of sports facilities. I get that. Low education level, I also get that. No teachers with higher education. Tell you what, everywhere that there are no teachers with higher education, there always seems to be a problem. Because we need to have smart young people coming through. If we don't have smart young people coming through, then that's just a... I mean, it's just a disaster, actually, isn't it? It's just a total disaster. Okay, can I get a bunch of smart people to come and work here, please? There we go. Fantastic. Yep. And then I'm just going to let people work where they think is best, because apparently that's the only way to do it. And if you don't do it like that, then you're in trouble, and it's all a nightmare. Okay, great. How does that actually end up working? Probably not particularly well. Already 2 people have moved out. Yikes. In fact, no, I just didn't buy them in. That's fine. Okay, kindergarten is... I can totally reach this area. That's fine. There's just not enough spaces at that kindergarten. Yeah, so no one is really working where they should be working, which means that Ironopolis is now sort of turned into literally a ghost town. Literally a ghost town. I am... to say shocked is an understatement. Ironopolis was like the best. It was like the best working city. This is the first time that we've actually had an issue with this area. Okay, sport participation, once again, very, very low. Can I try and get a football field out here? Maybe that'll make a difference. Okay, good. We have lots of firefighters. Alright, don't collect students. Okay, everyone should be going to work at the Ironopolis mine, although I just don't know why this is happening. It's a catch-22, right? If I say, for example, everyone in this building works at this local bus platform, right? So all of the citizens should be going to work at the bus platform. Great. I mean, immediately, that's fine. But the problem is that messes up the allocation of workers to a whole bunch of other areas. I just don't really want to deal with that. Sure. Okay, look, let's just set it so that everyone works right over there. I'm afraid the people who are working in the city presently are going to have to pick up the slack. Because we need more workers. We need more workers to work at the Ironopolis mine. I'm terribly sorry, but there is no other way to do it. And also, ditch these terrible old buildings. Yeah, ditch them. This area used to be the shining example. And now it's very much not. It's let me down. And I've given it so much as well. I spent so much time getting this area set up properly. Well, there we go. Now we can at least get iron production restarted. It's going to take a long time. It's going to take an absolute age to get iron production back to where it used to be. It's like when one When one problem is solved, another problem begins. At least Potatograd, at least for now, is holding pretty darn strong. Which is quite good. How are we doing over here? This area is not doing too badly at all, actually. 80 citizens can't participate in sport. Culture is a bit of a non-existence. 45 workers over at the components factory. That's what I like to see. That's pretty darn good, actually. Ah! Looks like mechanical components. The mechanical component train has been dispatched. Dispatched to where is the real question. 13 vehicles, by the way. Not bad. Not bad at all, I say. Very, very good. Ah, the mechanical component train looks like it's coming back. Where the heck did you go? Did you go and fill up with fuel? Are you telling me that you went across the entire... across the other side of the map to fill up with fuel? Okay, I tell you why you did that. Is because I didn't allow you any route to get connected up to here. Yeah. There we go. Do that. If we do this, then that will allow the train to go directly from this area down to this area next time, which should speed things up. Yeah, perfect. And that will mean that you can just head right around here and then right on up to the area that you need to go. Okay, so this train is going to hopefully unload 39% of its resources over here, and those resources are going to be turned into, well, electronics, and then later electronic components, both of which is very good news, in fact. In fact, we're almost full on electronics, actually. It's quite remarkable. Alright, great. Then you're going to go... Then you are going to go round to here and drop off more mechanical components, and then you're going to drop off the remainder of your mechanical components right over at the Potatograd mechanical components store. And I'm going to limit amount on everything here to, well, you know what? Let's just limit everything to 10%. That way we don't have to worry about things too much. I don't know how successful the whole gravel operation has been over here. Concrete plant, asphalt plant. Yeah, I know. It's because the pumping stations still need to be finished manually. I'll just finish them right now, shall I? Pumping station. Pumping station. There we go. Look, you know what? This was an episode where it's more about the journey rather than the destination, right? I don't even know how much gravel we actually require. But apparently it's quite a lot. I don't know where the gravel is. Where's the gravel required, actually? Yeah, it's literally just mechanical components. We also need to get buses, transport buses. To be honest, we could end up just building a massive construction office area. That might end up working a little bit better, but hey-ho. Look, it wasn't exactly a resounding success. However, we have fixed the mechanical component town. Whatever the heck it's called. Yeah, the El Nizia. We fixed that. It's looking a heck of a lot better than it was. So I'm pretty chuffed about that, to be honest. Lots of citizens still can't enjoy culture, but that's okay. That's being changed. The bus route is I mean, it's a resounding success, actually. We've got a couple of cars, which are now being operated by people, which is great. Very, very happy about that. Culture is very, very low. Alcohol addiction, also quite low. However, everyone, on the whole, seems to be pretty darn happy. Our school's looking pretty darn good. Our kindergartens are both pretty full. We frequently have around about 40 people at the mechanical components factory, which is, I mean, that's the entire job, right? We want to make sure that we're pumping out as many mechanical components as possible. The next problem is, of course, trying to fix the steel issue, which has arisen because of just a complete lack of iron. Right, go there. Sure, I just don't understand. I don't understand how our iron situation was able to get this bad this quick. Is that the iron train? That's the iron ore train. All right. Man, Ironopolis, you let me down in a major, major way. Looks like things are mostly fixed again, but it's a catch-22, right? You either tell workers where to work, and they work there, and they don't work anywhere else, and that causes a problem in the town, or you don't tell them where to work, and then they just sort of degrade and they don't exist, and it's all just a bit of a nightmare. Well, iron has been dropped off. The iron is going to be refined. We've never really had much of an issue with iron refining anyway, so that should be done pretty darn quickly. And then we should be able to get steel production back up and running again, because there's no reason not to get that up and running. Okay, next episode for sure, we're gonna have the resources to make this area work. What do you got? You've not got any gravel. Why have you not got any gravel? You've got mechanical components. Does that mean that the mechanical components have been delivered to the workshop? Ah, they have indeed. Great. It's fantastic. So they've been dispatched. I don't exactly know how many mechanical components we need. 7.5 tons of mechanical components. All right. I mean, you know what? We're going to be able to save an absolute ton of money if we can make this work. We, of course, need to get some buses to transport people. Some workers. Oh, hold up. There's been a fire. There's been a fire. Now, this area, this thing has burnt down before. Or, well, this thing has burnt down before. And, well, yeah. I don't even know if I resumed deliveries to this area. Who knows? The fire truck is being dispatched. Fantastic. Okay, great. I'm not going to worry about that then. I'm going to get some buses. Sure, and then I'm going to set a source of workers as... Set a source of workers right there. Sure. Great. Okay. Hurry up, please, fire trucks. We don't want to have another chemical factory issue. Is that another fire? That is also quite close to a fire station. That's great. Fantastic. All right, it all looks perfect. Okay, so what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna start building in the next episode. I'm gonna start funding the construction of all of these pipelines from this end, and we're gonna fund them back to this end. But I do actually want the construction office to have a good crack at building this stuff themselves. 57 tons of steel is a pretty tough gig, though, so you never know. We're at least going to try and get the mechanical components to be delivered. That's at least something. Another fire? Okay, well, that's a block of flats in Potatograd, literally opposite from the fire station, so there we go. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do in the next episode. It was I mean, I don't want to say it was a failed mission, but it was it was a different mission than what we originally set out to try and accomplish. I will say, this area is looking much better than it originally was. And you know what? Throughout this entire time, we've been making cars like there's no tomorrow. How many cars have we got on the back of this truck? 13,000 rubles worth of cars. That's more cars than we had on the last train, and that was subsequently more cars than we had on the train before that. So slowly but surely, we're getting there. We're making more vehicles, and I hope eventually we can get to a point where we can just buy a big old blueprint and start selling off a big old vehicle. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Ladies and gents, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Thanks for watching. Yes, the mission rather changed as the episode progressed, but no matter, things worked out not too badly. I'm hoping that in the next episode we'll be able to shift all of the mechanical components over to the pipeline construction. Maybe, just maybe, we can see what we can add to the pipeline before just sort of building it. Anything to keep our costs down really is good, because I mean that's going to cost us probably about $500,000, in fact maybe even more than that, maybe 750,000 rubles in order to fully build that pipeline to the border. But I'm hoping that we can get that done before the next episode is out. So hopefully we'll be making just that little bit more money at the start of the next episode. But yes, you'll have to tune in and find out what happens then. So ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching. And of course, been on the potato. See you next time. Bye.